UK music.
Real Talk Wednesday.
Real Talk.
Saturday the 24th of June 2023.
African Night Fever presents Reggae Party. Reggae Rum, Rice and Peas. Featuring Gregory Fabulous Live. Gregory Fabulous Live. Backed by Top Wise.
Really? Where's this?
The Road Tackle Arts Center. Shoreham by Sea. BN 43 5EG. Nearest train station Lancing. Change from Brighton. Gregory Fabulous Live. Doors open 8 p.m. till 11 p.m. African and Caribbean food on sale. Info roadtacklecenter.co.uk. AfricanNightFever.co.uk.
The 24th of June 2023.
Gregory Fabulous Live. Road Tackle Arts Center. Shoreham by Sea.
Jackson, come work this thing. We want to listen to Gregory Fabulous right now.
An hour a day with the Dread UK, Monday to Friday. On Monday,
Reggae Traffic.
on Tuesday,
Retro and Revival.
on Wednesday,
Real Talk.
on Thursday,
Promote the thing.
on Friday.
Feel Good Friday.
The Dread UK Production YouTube channel. Real talk and real music right here.
Real Talk Wednesday.
Greetings, 1, 2, audio checker. Greetings, manners, and welcome to all of my viewers and subscribers out there, and all of the people, all of my new subscribers. Big up yourself also. Yeah, you don't know, say welcome to today's Real Talk, and we've got a few issues what we're going to be discussing today. Yes, indeed. You don't know, say the theme of today. This ain't right, and you don't know, say is a Real Talk today, and we're talking about the gender ID madness, what's going on all around the place, and we're discussing racism in today's modern day society. Can you see a change, or is it the same old Yeah, I like your views on that. All right, I'm just going to get the thing going still. I'm just going to play a music and let people get involved and get in. And yeah, man, you don't know, say, rally round. You don't know, say, it's Wednesday the 24th of May. Yours truly, Gregory Fabulous, in the chair. And it's all about real talk around here. Yes, indeed. You don't know, say, large up to each and every one inside the place. You don't know, say, as we move. Seen? Alright, I'm going to put some information up there as well so you can WhatsApp message me on the very subject same way. Seen? Alright, I'm going to play this Roy Ayers and Rick Holmes. Seen? Remember to remember, as it's a thing about real talk. Yeah, we're going to show you some clips of some things what we're going to be discussing about, like on those topics there. So keep it locked right here and get involved. You see it? All right. Check it out.
Pass the information, extend the knowledge. Pass the information, extend the knowledge.
John Coltrane said, "I love supreme." I interpret that to all living things. Donny Hathaway said, "The ghetto." Woody Shaw said, "Why?" John F. Kennedy said, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country."
Pass the information, extend the knowledge.
Martin Luther King said, "I have a dream." Stevie Wonder said, "Inner visions, interpretation, watch." Aretha Franklin said, "Respect." Barry White said, "Love." Nina Simone said, to be young, gifted, and black. James Brown said, stay in school. Panama Alley said, sometimes we're not prepared for adversity. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Oliver Nelson said, stolen moments. Isley Brothers said, harvest for the world. I know there can be better.
Knowledge. Pass the information. Extend the knowledge. Pass the information.
Rodney Franklin says you'll never know. Hubert Law said, say it with silence. Nancy Wilson said, guess who I saw today? Earth, wind, and fire said, keep your head to the sky. I know there is a force far wiser than I. The Creator has a master plan. From the pen of Leon Thomas and Pharoah Sanders. Alex Haley said, roots. Gerald Wilson said, you better believe it. Charlie Parker said, now is the time. Wake up! Billie Holiday said, God bless the child. LTD said, love, togetherness, and devotion. Bobby Bland said, as soon as the weather breaks. Sam Cooke said, you send me. Roy Ayers said, believe in yourself. Gil Scott Heron said, winter in America. Hugh Masekela said, grazing in the grass. Richard Pryor said, how long? How long will it take for us to become one? How long will it take for us to become unified? How long will it take us to understand the meaning of understanding? How long will it take us to do what we have to do that is most important? How long will it take our priorities to oversee? How long is how long it will take us? We must see beyond the obvious, focusing and pursuing. Love. Wake up. See beyond the other. Remember the past so you can deal with the future. Malcolm X. Muhammad Ali. Marcus Garvey. Rick Holmes. Miriam Makeba. Richard Pryor.
Yes, all of those black achievers.
Martin Luther King.
As we're going to deal with racism today in modern day society, can you see the changes?
W.B. Du Bois.
Or is it the same old, same old?
Frederick Douglass. Nat Turner. Tom Bradley. Barbara Jordan.
Welcome Wesley Quay to the building.
Shirley Chisholm.
Cameron Filcher, welcome to the playside.
Ron Dullums.
Remember.
Andrew Young.
Remember.
Anwar Sadat.
Remember.
Clara Holmes.
Remember.
George Washington Carver.
Remember.
Chavez, Sidney Poitier, Count Basie,
Remember,
Duke Ellington,
remember,
Fats Navarro, Art Tatum, Fats Watt, Bill Wallace, Eric Dunn, Rassan Roller, Paul Rogan,
it's time,
Stevie Wonder,
it's time,
Minnie Riperton, Louis Armstrong,
remember, remember,
all of these people and more have made strong contributions to mankind because of their compassion and humanitarianism dealing with their self-identification. Based around love and unity, these men are now profound and prolific. Factor that. These men and women have made the great contributions to mankind. We ought to pass it on to the next generation.
You hear that?
We shall never forget. Remember to remember, to never forget.
how long, how long,
How long? It's how long? How long? How long will it take? How long will it take? How long will it take, man? For us to come together
That's the questions we ask ourselves.
as you make it.
How long will it take that we don't have to be talking about these things?
Life for you to live and to give. The generation to focus.
You see me? But you know, say as we're looking around,
If you computerize,
if it's a subject that needs to be talking about, we're going to talk about it here on Real Talk.
kindness,
I'm going to give you my take on the news after time and what we see. You see what I say? Yep. And you don't know, say, today's topic is one of two. Because you see, even in that tune what I've just played you, yeah, it said remember to remember. Yeah, the contributions of all of those people he named that made to humanity. Now, really and truly, do you know those same people there, yeah, it was on the backs of those people there now that you got this transgender kind of struggle going on. And now they're doing that as a human right. So we won't get into that yet. That'll be in the later part of the show. You know what I mean? But we're going to go into this racism thing. Yeah? And what's highlighted it for me, it was the recent events of that footballer who's playing with Valencia or against them. And they was playing against Real Madrid. Yeah? And it was Valencia. And the plight of the monkey chance what this player was getting and this and that. So him decide say him a come off the pitch and him vex about it and him look like him did want to go fight the people cause him see where it a come from. But they holding him back, and then you know what? The referee comes and gives him a red card. Yes, folks. That is in modern day 2023. And you don't know, say, it opened a whole can of worms of racism, especially the whole thing of how it's going on. Christina, yeah, man, big up yourself. Yeah, Christine Larkin, yeah, big up yourself. Larkin, big up. Yeah, you don't know, say, it's like it opened a whole can of worms. Now, so I thought, yeah, I'm going to bring this subject up on today's Real Talk. Yeah, because it's really, really bad nowadays that you have all of these young stars, all right, whether we're talking the Premiership, whether we're talking in the World Cup and all kind of things. These are all young black youth, yeah? And they're going out there and I suppose they're in the place where they're expected of us as black people in the sporting industry, in the music industry, holding our place, not talking anything. Now, them young man there are growing up, yeah, as a young man, as a dream to be a footballer. I know how it is, man, because when you're playing football, nothing no better than, you know what I mean, when you're a young man, there was no issue of racism when you was playing a game of football. It was a joy thing, yeah? And then, I've grown up in this country, yeah? From the Dear Me barn. And then when me start to know myself and you're playing out on the road and you're playing football with your friends, you don't get a couple bags, make some goals, go down the park, kick about the football. That's how we did it. We used to run off some sweat like that. Yeah? And then when you're growing up, you're not thinking of this racism and this and that and whatever. But then you're walking home. And then when you walk home, respect Raskela Binay players. How you mean? I know you can relate to these things. I want everybody to get involved with their experience of it. Now, you see, from them days there, we used to have the NF. Yeah? And I could remember with Society, I could remember they interviewing this National Front skinhead man on the telly. Yeah, they gave him airtime. Yeah, in this country, I've seen racist kind of leaders. Who was that other one that turned MP down Barking 1 year for a little bit? And everybody's going on like to say, but they voted him in. But everybody's saying, oh, how could he be this and that? It's because people voted him in. So there's the truth right there. Yeah? Now, I see when football's going on, yeah, and this goes back from far as Cyril Regis and John Barnes. I could tell you, they could tell you some harrowing stories of when they was playing football, people fling banana skin on the pitch, and they're still running up and down there. There weren't enough of them in numbers at that point. But you see now, my advice, yeah, take it or leave it. It might not seem like, but me, every black player, yeah, if them did have sense of what's going on, especially with all these things, I'm noticing now they're starting to strong up a little bit, which it was a long time coming, but this is from years. Yeah, anytime them thing they go on, the whole team come off, and if your white teammates ain't walking off with you, then you shouldn't even be in a team with them. Because the team thing is a unity thing. So if they're troubling one of your people, them like that, everybody get them done. Everybody got them yard. Them spend their money and then waste it. That'd be the quickest way to solve that. You know, see it. Me see the Valencia manager saying, anyhow that happens again, he's going to take his team off. Well done to that man. But it's for years this thing has been going on. And nothing's been done about it. So I've gathered up some clips, right, which I'm going to share with you folks, yeah, of some of the horrific things, what's happened to some of the football players when they're out there, you know what I mean, playing a game of football. You know, that's it. And this has happened all about the place. Do you remember the last time? So it's not exempt from England. It's all over the world. It's not exempt from England. I remember the last time when England was playing the Euros and they was playing, guess who? Ukraine. You can't even make this drama up. Yeah, they was playing Ukraine. Yeah, and they missed the penalty. Did you see the racial abuse they got in England? And then, you know, the gesture politics start going now. Or the gestures on social media and them vibe there. Because, the people then put 3 lines on a shirt and put the 3 black youth them on the picture and put a rainbow around them. Now, I'll tell you, them put a rainbow around them and say, yeah, the people them care about them, cause them put a rainbow around them. Yo, you can't even make this thing out. I remember there was a whole heap of people, them do them trend there, upon the fast book, you see it? But this is the sort of thing what's going on. I'm just gonna line up this video here, right? And yeah, we're gonna find that piece of footage. I'm gonna make you see it, you know what I mean? And you just take a look at what they used to go through. Them people, yeah, make we go through something. Look at these people here. We could just see the face there. I'm gonna enlarge in the thing and press play. Yeah? You guys take in this. Yeah? Alright, good. Telling you, it's a struggle, you know. They get treated with such disdain across the world and no support. Look, you see it? Frustration. Look at these people. See them monkey chants and all them thing there. Telling you, a national or international day of action for the disdain on how they treat us black people, you know. I'm not talking Asian people, I'm not talking anybody else but black people right now, you see? I'm not taking this people of color thing, I'm talking this black thing. David Campbell, welcome to the building. It's all over the world. Seeing them? See, simple thing. They have to show the people them. You see how the man they refuse to shake man's hand. There's another one. And him used to play for Liverpool, you know. Watch out. See that move there? And these things go unspoken, you know. Got these people here, you see them? I tell you, you know, them don't like we. You see it? May I tell you, the disgraceful nature of how these people they behave, you know, and it's a real terrible thing. You see, and that goes back as far as I remember, even this football here, Cyril Regis. This one, yo, there's a whole heap of man. They can tell you some harrowing stories of the treatment, you know, and then the lack of recognizing of it. Because look at the Premiership managers. If you know about football a little bit, you don't see no black man getting in them role. They can run about a bit, yeah, and then wall you back, yeah. When that big thing went on the other day with that football player, just the last weekend there, a couple of days ago, and when it all bust out the story, yeah, you would have think when they had it on TV and they was talking about it, you would have think so that they would have called people like John Barnes to talk about it. But you know why they didn't want to do that? In my opinion, because they don't want to make it look like England don't do things like that. But they're forgetting about youth like myself. I grew up in England. Every weekend there was riot. Yeah? Every weekend some shopman's business got broke window and this and that. Car window smash. Yeah. They had a big hooligan problem right through the 80s till it was all discussed in Parliament. Yeah? They got a foreign country all in the 90s and one of them dead. They've got a history of this behaviour. I can remember back in the day with me, you know, you even get some black man, you know, back in the day, you know, who would have drink with some of these thugs and this and that. Yeah, drink in the same pub with them. And when they're talking about, oh, you coon and oh, this and not you, Chalky, you're one of us, mate. And they'll say, not you, Winston, you're one of us, mate. Me never know how that work, you know. And Chewy's rolling with them and he drinks in the same pub as them. He just hold that. Yeah, we grew up in a culture of enough of them things there's going on around us. Yeah, and that's England. That's why they didn't want to ask John Barnes to talk his thing on it. Because he would have told you his harrowing stories of when he used to run up and down from longer time ago and they was flinging banana skins on the ground. Yeah, and he was humbly saying, you know how he used to silence them? He used to score goal. Yeah? But a man has to go through scoring goal. Yeah? To take that kind of level of insult. There's no other nation get the insult like that. And then this is what leading me into the next topic. Now, the people them who jumped on the bandwagon of racism and talking about human rights now is these gender identified people now. See, so it gone from one thing to another extreme. It get mad. Me I tell you? Yeah? Alright, I'm gonna run something by you guys. Listen to what this woman's saying, yeah? And then try and make sense of the madness of it. Hey, you can't make up this business here, man. It's all out there. That's one thing, you know. You see, when if Real Talk is talking about it, is news was out there, and I'm gonna give you my opinion and my take on it. I'm in a business about that, you know, cause no, pay my internet. The news out there. Oh, yeah, you know.
First, we had transgender. Men who identify as women, women who identify as men. They claim, the opposite gender of their birth gender because they feel they are trapped inside the wrong body. As a society, we accepted this. Then we got transracial. Rachel Dolezal, the white woman who pretended to be black and even led a chapter of the NAACP until she was exposed and thrown out, she claimed she wasn't pretending to be black. She is black because she feels black. She's a black woman trapped in a white woman's body. She's transracial, she says. As a society, we accepted this for the most part, except some liberals who claimed transracial is a thing, but Rachel Dolezal doesn't qualify because she's an imposter and a liar, and imposters and liars aren't entitled to their feelings or their identity. There's more. After transgender and transracial, we got transabled. Yeah, this one's really messed up. Physically healthy people who feel they should have been born disabled. A man in Great Britain cut off his arm because he felt like an amputee. A woman in North Carolina poured drain cleaner in her eyes because she felt blind. Transgender, transracial, transabled. Guess what's next? A grown man posting an ad on Craigslist wanting a nanny because he identifies as a baby. You can't make this stuff up. Ridiculous? Perhaps, but who's to say anymore if that's how he feels? If a man can be a woman because he feels like one, if a white person can be a black person because she feels like one, if a healthy person can mutilate herself because she feels disabled, if a grown man can be a baby because he feels infantile, where does this end? Can a child be an adult because she feels like a grown-up? Can a teenager buy alcohol because he identifies as over 21 years of age? Can a grown man attend kindergarten because he identifies as a 6-year-old girl? Can a child spend the day at doggy daycare instead of school because the child feels like a canine? If not, why not? If a kid can be transgender because he feels like a girl, who are we to tell a child he must attend school or obey his parents or refuse him a beer when he orders one? You can't have it both ways. If children have a right to parents providing for them, and a man identifies as a child because he feels he is a child trapped in an adult body, and if we're playing by these twisted, disordered, ridiculous rules where illusion and emotions trump objective truth, aren't we violating his rights by refusing him the love and care and financial support every child deserves? Just something for liberals to think about before they push the boundaries of identity politics past the point of no return. When you sacrifice objectivity and reality like transgender, transracial, transabled, transspecies, transaged, you get cultural absurdity. And we promise to cover it every step of the way because it has only just begun.
Confused you will be until the next episode of Soap.
What?
I tell you, brethren, you can't make up this stuff here, man, for nothing, man. Them things are real something when them really are debate, you know. It's the real debate right there. In fact, let me just take this off of that there again and move around. Yeah. No, but on a serious note, yeah? On a serious note, yeah? Come on, man. You're having a laugh, ain't you? Really? You can really look upon this thing here and want to really put all this identity. You see how this identity madness has gone mad? Yeah? And this all come through on a human right, you know? This is human right. Yep. All the women them feel threatened now because one of them, they know a man can identify as a woman. And then Tutu's now, him want demand for go inside the woman changing room and change off. I say him I go swimming. Him still have him bulge. Them not chop you off yet. Me gosh. Yo, don't make me start round here. Yeah? That's why woman's feeling threatened right now. And rightly so, cause I wouldn't want my daughter to be in no changing room. And then one of them something they walk in, they start about, oh, I'm a woman and I've got the right to in this, and there's all women in there half naked and this and that and one bag of foolishness. Come on, man, come on. What's the world coming to? Yo, we have to give you my opinion on it, It's a madness. Yeah? It's a madness. Human right madness. Human right madness. Yeah? Come in and know about that. Human right for be mad. You know what I mean? I don't know how you want a human right to be mad. You heard the young lady talk all them thing there. The man wants to be a woman. The woman wants to be black when she white. Yeah? This one identify as pig. This one identify as a cat. This one identify as rare. The whole of the gender thing in the news right now is on a madness. Yeah? They're looking to teach it in our schools, Believe you me. Yeah? Remember the case already where there was a child, yeah? When them come in there, them bring all of these kind of changey people inside the little primary school, and them ask the child, how much genders are there? Him say a boy and a girl, and them send him out the class. He get detention, huh? Come on, man. What's your thoughts on this, folks? Come on, don't be shy. Yeah, the world going crazy right now. Seeing? May I tell you, I'm going to leave you with a doctor's thought on this whole misery what's taking place where not even politician can answer. Yeah? When the press asks the politician, you know what I mean? Are you a man or are you a woman? Oh, well, he's going round and talking to offend anybody. He can't even say he's a man, or she can't say she's a woman, because it might offend somebody. This is how the politics gone nowadays, Real talk. If it's something worth talking about, I'm talking about it on Real Talk. I got an opinion too. Yeah, I'm a living, breathing entity. Yeah. Uncensored. Yeah. You don't know. We have to know things for skip round certain things, but this is news what's out there, so they can't put me for trouble for news what's out there. Hear this doctor now, I got to talk about this same madness here.
That people can be...
All right, let's go back from the top.
Essentially, transgender ideology holds...
And it's simple common sense, Let her just articulate it to certain people who believe, say, this thing is real.
Human sexuality is binary. Okay, we know this because in nature, reproduction is the rule. And human beings, we engage in sexual reproduction. You need a man and a woman to do that. Women are XX. Those are the sex chromosomes. Women have two X's. Men have an X and a Y. Those are genetic markers. They're genetic markers for female and male, respectively. Okay, binary, that's the rule, and it's self-evident. Transgender, someone who identifies as transgender, however, that's not a problem in their body. Gender identity, all identities, they're in our thoughts. Thoughts and feelings, those are not hardwired, they develop, and they may be factually wrong or factually correct.
All right, here she said the gender is in their head, blood. Is in their head. I'll tell them so them body are this and that. That's their head. What happened, cuz over in the Bronx? Big up yourself. Oh, you mean? Run it. Big up.
The definition of a delusion is a fixed false belief.
You see it? Now, she's articulated and make them know so that they are delusional. You are delusional. If you think, I don't know why you're confusing society with this and giving it and putting a title as big as human right towards it. Yeah? Firstly, they jumped on the back of racism, which is a real thing, and then put racism so far down behind. They've got all of these things they're confusing people. Gender, oh, I can identify as a cat. I can identify as a dog. I can be a rhinoceros. Come on, man. Push racism and dealing with the fact that racist is going on and blatantly being allowed to keep up like that, like how I showed you in the football example. And that's been going on for years. That's been going on for years. Anyway, make sure you go and talk it in an articulated way. So you don't know, say, we're not here bashing this people or bashing that. We're giving you the facts as it is. It's facts, yeah? You can't be annoyed with the facts.
So if I persistently, consistently insist that I am Margaret Thatcher, or persistently, consistently insist that I am a cat, or I'm an amputee trapped in a normal body, I am delusional. And in fact, there are people who believe they are amputees trapped in a normal body. They are appropriately diagnosed as having body identity integrity disorder. If you want to cut off an arm or a leg, you're mentally ill. But if you want to cut off healthy breasts and genitals, then you're transgender and you don't have a mental illness. Individuals with disorders of sex development are being used as pawns in the fight for basically a civil right to a mental illness. There's no such thing as a civil right to a mental illness, but that is in fact what we are dealing with the transgender rights movement.
Simple. A civil right for being delusional.
Okay, our first speaker this morning is Abigail Schreier.
Yeah.
She's a graduate of Columbia College.
Let me just stop this a second. Let me stop this a sec. Yeah. Yeah. You don't know, say, yo. It's a madness, folks. It's a madness. Yeah. And society seems to be confused. Or, if we're not confused, then they're pushing the confusion state on our children. Yeah. And this is what I would say to all parents: really mind what these people are teaching your children. Yeah? Be vigilant on when they go to the schools on what they're teaching. Get involved. See what's going down. Because these people here are pushing an agenda. And where they have to start with? They have to start with the youth. Because they're hoping that the older folks dead off quick so we don't have no more of that thinking no more. You know, see it? It's simply history repeating itself, folks. Believe you me. Yeah? If you want to get biblical, then you used to have the Old Testament. And it was an eye for your eye, tooth for your tooth. No nonsense business, so you know where you stand. Yeah? And then you come with the New Testament. And then that time they know everybody a turn them other cheek and turn funny. A man a walk with all 10 man and a girlfriend. And one thing. Yeah. One the people them check the levels, And then now, after that, you have what? New World Order. So that one they come in like the New Testament now. And it's playing out. I tell you, check the levels, folks. Well, that's going to be enough for the real talk today. See it? Yeah, it's going to be enough for the real talk. But I forgot to make you know, say, these things are serious. There ain't nothing new going on. It's the same thing. Yo, I'm going to play your reminder. Yeah, the late Gil Scott Heron with a thing like.
I'd like to go into a thing called Ain't No New Thing. It's based on the fact that white people continue to rip off black artists. They continue to steal their material, their styles, the very cultural elements that make the black artist the outstanding artist and master of music that he has been. And it ain't no new thing, to tell the truth, that these things are going on. We point out very expressly the fact that Stanley Crouch comments on his album, Ain't No Ambulances for No Niggas Tonight, that Chuck Berry was doing like a very heavy thing, a very heavy rock and roll thing, the king of rock and roll, as a matter of fact. But like white people couldn't dig having their daughters go to no shows and cream over no black man wiggling on the stage, so consequently they invented Elvis Presley and let him do it. So we want to get into that, call it Ain't No New Thing, and talk about some people. Cultural rape and no geographical boundaries on white hate.
Real Talk Wednesday.
Attempts to eliminate black generators of sun heat feeling. Ain't no new thing to see demon fangs curling out from under squeezed tight too thin lips and leaping at jugular veins in burning black throats that either blow or sing or cry or scream. Ain't no new thing to see the bubbling envy flashing from the depths of soulless eyes as still another link with God is created. We used to having white people try to rob us. Why don't they try stealing some of this poverty? Ain't no new thing. Anything they can't understand, they try to destroy. Anything they can't understand, they try to control. In 1896, black men picked up brass instruments and began to evoke and conjure, entice and struggle with black spirits. Rhythmic spirits of blues, work songs, gospel songs, freedom songs, and songs of love of Mother Night. Screaming rhythm juju, rhythm voodoo, rhythm black magic that calls back to lost worlds and lost lifestyles, calling back to lost peace and peace of mind, calling back to Genesis, calling back to the drum, calling back to the drum, calling back to the first song chant, song chant, song chant.
And went on to earn a Bachelor of Philosophy degree from the...
In 1896, this new spasm was called ass, but the ass would not be kicked. So it was copied in an attempt to control it, and then it was called jazz. We used to having black innovators copied and sent back to us. What about the Osmond Brothers? What about Elvis Presley? What about Tom Jones? We used to having people try to rob us. It ain't no new thing. They use the media to project their jazz idols. Tommy Dorsey and Jimmy Dorsey and Harry James and Benny Goodman, and I suppose someday Lawrence Welk will join that elite group. And then there was sweet Bessie Smith laying on the blood-soaked backseat of that broken-down jalopy with a tattered quilt wrapped around her shoulders, waiting for someone to come to her aid on a rainy Mississippi night, while a white hospital will not accept her right across the street. Ain't no new thing. Fats Navarro screaming through tormenting dreams, frustration ripping at his mind and bowels. Over 100 pounds melted from his frame as he battled that white powder mountain. Ain't no new thing. Cultural rape and no geographical boundaries on white hate hide black musicians away in funky smoke-filled nightclubs, the chitlin' circuit. Saturate their worlds with two-bit punks, washed-out baggy-faced white whores, weasel-faced yellow-skinned junkies, and cutthroat white managers, producers, agents, owners, and on and on and on. We used to having white people try to rob us. Ain't no new thing. We have dug his game. Charlie Parker will live on. John Coltrane will live on. Eric Dolphy will live on. Billie Holiday will live on. Jimi Hendrix and Clifford Brown and Lee Morgan will live on. And on in the sunshine of their accomplishments, the glory of the dimensions that they added to our lives. We declare war on Eric Burden. We discredit the talents of Janis Joplin and Rare Earth. We urge that the next Blue-Eyed Soul group include Melvin Laird, Lyndon Johnson, Nixon, and Spearhead Agnew, and be called As the Stomach Turns. We urge that the album John Wayne Sings the Blues be released. Release the album J. Edgar Hoover Sings James Brown. Release the album Wallace and Maddox Sing Sam and Dave. Why not? We hear Tony the Tiger saying, right on, Tiger. We heard Nixon talking about power to the people. It ain't no new thing. 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 America is always the same old shit.
Real Talk Wednesday.
Oh, you mean? That's right. You heard him telling you it's the same old shh. I don't know, say, so this thing go. Large up to all your contributions as I'm just getting to see some of them. Yeah, man. Ras Caleb say, iron and clay cannot mix. We are now in the times of confusion. Prophecy revealing to the word. Yes, I couldn't agree more, Star. You don't know, say Josephine said, yes, Tony, until we missed the penalty. And then their true colors came out. Now I remember that time there. Yeah, remember when I was talking it. Yeah, man, really. Yeah, Carty did sell out. Yeah, man, blessed. Remember Frank Bruno was, yeah, yeah, say no more, brother. Christina Lacquin say, what? Enough riots, yeah, true, you know. That did go on over the time, still. You know, when we are youth, yep, we can't deny it. And then what? Has anything changed? That me I wonder. Yeah, man, Tony in the building, he said bless up. Yeah, man, large up to each and every one. Him say black players make the game what it is today. I couldn't agree with you more, sir. You know what I mean? You don't know, sir. I saw the thing set, man. Yeah, what? Yeah, Josephine says she went to a football match in the 70s and they were chanting racist slurs at black players and throwing beers and bottles. Yep, it was awful. You know what? You see, when we was youths and playing football, it was a known fact as black youths, you know, say, we did not go to a football match. We was all armchair expert. Remember I tell you? Yeah, me the day in a Battersea, you know, just across the bridge was Chelsea, and they were notorious racists. And in fact, a peer racism used to go on in the area. You have to go fight white boy all the time. I'll bear that all the while. You know, see it? And you imagine, a lot of those people who we was fighting, yeah, they've moved out of the area now and gone to bigger, better things in bigger, higher position jobs and this and that. So, you know, say, the attitude doesn't actually change. They only need to get a drink down them and link up some of their old pals again and they will be back on the same thing. Guaranteed. Yeah? There's only a few of them notice when you're there on street, yeah? A funny unity I see take place. Yeah? Me see some man who was staunch racist with black man and the one thing them have in common are drugs them depon. Now them stand shoulder to shoulder in unity and being catted out. Lord, you can't make up this stuff here. The real talk, and me a give you, yeah. And me a tell you, man. So large up to all of the participants inside there. Welcome to the building, Mandy, also. You don't know, so yeah, there's a whole heap of Tony, big up, you know what I mean? Christine Lukin, big up. You don't know, say Ras Caleb, you don't know, say every time. Big up, Star. Seen? Over on them side, Cameron, Filtra, big up yourself. Wesley Cray, my blood family over there in the Boogie Down Bronx. Elena Gabriella, welcome to the place. You don't know, say, and I'll set our ones and ones round here. Who else me did see around there, sir? Me did see some people around the place, you know, watch, you know. Yeah, a whole heap of people. Anyway, thank you for your participation as we've reached to the destination of our revealing real talk. Mr. Virgil Wigra. I hope I pronounce your name right, Starcene. Oh, you mean? From Providence. Oh gosh, man, no say nothing no more here, man. You know what I mean? Omi's in the place and he remembers the thing. So you don't know, say, tomorrow we'll be back here in the building for your hour a day with the Dread UK. Tomorrow will be productions old and new coming from out of the UK. You don't know, say, yeah, we have to go big up the UK reggae scene round here. So some of the artists you might have heard, some you might not have heard, some you will have definitely have heard. Yeah, man, may I tell you. Anyway, we're mixing it up right here. It's all about the UK tomorrow with Promote the Thing. You don't know, say, thank you once again for being involved in the whole thing round there. It's always a pleasure. Keep it like that. If you've not yet subscribed yet to the channel, do go over there and hit that subscription button and hit the notification bell so you know when we're live. You don't know, say. Yeah, man, lodge up to all of my Facebookers, same way. Share, and spread the word. You don't know, say, yeah. It was yours truly, Gregory Fabulous, in the chair, and we are out of here. Seen? Yeah, man, you don't know, say, lodge up to all of you, the Massive and crew. Saturday the 24th of June 2023.
African Night Fever presents Reggae Party. Reggae Rum, Rice and Peas. Featuring Gregory Fabulous Live. Gregory Fabulous Live. Backed by Top Wise.
Really? Where's this?
Road Tackle Art Centre. Shoreham by Sea. BN 43 5EG. Nearest train station Lancing. Change from Brighton. Gregory Fabulous Live. Doors open 8 p.m. till 11 p.m. African and Caribbean food on sale. Info, roadtacklecenter.co.uk, africannightfever.co.uk.
The 24th of June 2023.
Gregory Fabulous Live. Road Tackle Art Centre, Shoreham by Sea.
Okay, taddy ho, farewell. Do tune in again from your host, Gregory Fabulous, from the Dread UK.
Gregory Fabulous, come on, get up in there!